On August 5th, Masai Ujiri agreed to and signed a new contract that not only saw him remain the Toronto Raptors president, but also become the team's new vice chairman. Arguably our biggest free agency signing. And with that move, I know Raptors fans worldwide breathe a huge sigh of relief. I mean, this guy is our captain. He's our messiah, pun intended. He is the leader of our team off the court. And I know at least most of the fans sleep very well at night knowing that he's out there making moves to make us a better team and a competitive team in the Eastern Conference. Also, shout out Bobby, he plays a huge role in everything, but this video is kind of about Masai, but still showing love to Bobby. I mean, can you really blame us, honestly? Look at Masai's track record ever since he joined the Raptors in 2013. We've made the playoffs every single season that we were in Canada, at least. Multiple 50-win seasons, 2 Eastern Conference Finals appearances, and not to mention our lovely 2019 championship. He just does the right things most of the times. And there's just a certain amount of faith that Raptors fans have in Masai that he will make the necessary moves to make the Toronto Raptors a competitive team and a playoff-bound team, barring any relocation for an entire season, by the way. Which is why the comments he made recently raised a lot of concern among us Raptors fans.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Andrew, and thanks for tuning back into the channel. If you like this video, make sure to leave it a thumbs up, share with anybody you want to, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss when I drop a new video. And if you're curious about anything I do outside of YouTube, make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Sports But Casually. Now, with all of that out the way, let's get back into the video. You see, last week Masai sat down with Jamie Poisson. Really hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly, by the way. She's the host of the Front Burner, which is a daily podcast for CBC News. And they just discussed some things. How he's helping grow and develop basketball in Africa, Kyle Lowry leaving in the offseason, and his plans for the Toronto Raptors moving forward from Kyle's departure. And this is what he said about the last part. We're a young team, but there's no deficit in leadership. Fred is an unbelievable leader, and that's what everybody's going to see now. We're not a team for now. There are going to be some growing pains. Of course, the final 2 sentences are very concerning. I mean, nobody wants their team president to come out publicly like a month and a half before the season starts and say that your team is not going to be that good this season, in layman's terms, of course. It's pretty discouraging and it's frankly upsetting. But that's only if you thought that things would have gotten back to normal this season. I mean, we're going back to Toronto, and that's going to be a lot better for our players and our coaches, actually having fans that cheer for us at home games. It's going to be lovely. However, at least to me, Masai is absolutely correct. We aren't a team for right now. For starters, the East is going to be super competitive this season. I mean, you have teams like the Bucks, the Nets, the Heat, the Celtics, the 76ers, the Hawks. Not to mention teams like the Hornets, Pacers, Bulls, and Knicks are all supposed to be better than last season. And the Knicks was the 4th seed. From top to bottom, the Eastern Conference looks like it's going to be the most competitive it's been for at least a while. But besides the conference being tougher, we just lost our best player in Kyle Lowry. The growth. For all the things that Lowry did for us on the court, not to mention off the court, the growing pains that Ujiri talked about are very apparent, and they are going to rear its head this season. We're entering a new era in our franchise as the torch is being passed from Lowry to our big 3 of FVV, OG, and Spicy P. And I hate to say it and be cheesy, but with great power comes great responsibility. Now, coming into the season, I have the Raptors as a playing team. And that's not because I don't think we have talent on this team. We have a lot. It's just that since we're so young, I think it's going to take a very long time for us to hit our stride. We need to get adjusted to everything.
Now, when I say this team is really young, I don't really mean age-wise, because we have about 8 players over the age of 25. You know, this team isn't just a bunch of rookies and sophomores in a total rebuild. But I do mean that in experience-wise. We're entering the season with 5 rookies and 3 sophomores on our roster. But let's not really talk about the rooks too much. We have about 9 players on our roster this season who were with us last season, which, you know, is good, continuity and all of that. But let's dive a little deeper. Of those 9 players, only 6 of them played more than half the season with us, as Freddie Giuseppe only played about 20 games with us, and we acquired GTJ and Cambridge more mid-season. Now let's dive a little deeper. Of those 9 players returning from last season for us this season, only 4 of them have played a game for us in Canada. So with a bunch of young guys and new guys coming in, of course there's going to be growing pains and a lot of time to adjust. You know, not every player is the same and not every player would catch on quickly. For some players it might take 10 games, 20 games, or even half the season before they get comfortable with everything. And let's not forget, for them it's a lot to get accustomed to. You're playing in a new city, which is in a new country. You're in a new system, and more than likely you'll have to adopt a new role on this Raptors team. You'll have to adopt defense, hustle hard, and be unselfish. With all of these players taking their time getting adjusted to everything, it's going to fall on our big 3 to anchor the ship until everybody's caught up to speed, and then it's smooth sailing from there. So it's true, we don't have a team for right now. And that's fine by me at least. But what's most important this season is that we use it properly. Player development and really encouraging the young guys. And if everything goes well, we might not have a team for next season, but we could have a team for next 10 seasons. Now, isn't that a lot better? So instead of panicking and worrying about this season, why don't we all just sit back and relax and trust in Masai?